So we have a beautiful snow-covered morning here on day 37. It's 18 degrees outside, but inside it's 70 degrees and warm. Welcome to day 42 of Chicken Check-In. It is pretty warm outside, so we've got our tunnel fans on. You have to bear with me a bit. I picked up a cold somewhere along this week, so voice sounds a little funny, but hopefully not too bad. I'm here in my office and I wanted to show you what the feeds look like that we use. So I've got my light, I've got my stage, all my feeds. So first we have our starter. Our starter feed is fed from the day that the chicks arrive until about day 14. So the first 2 weeks they get starter feed, which is a crushed crumble. They call it a crumble feed, and that crumble is small enough for the birds to digest and packed with protein. The next feed after starter is called grower, and the grower feed is a mix between a pellet and a crumble. You'll see that there's some bigger pieces in there. The birds are now 2 to 3 weeks old. They are able to digest this feed as well. They can pack more nutrients in the pellets simply because it's more dense than what the crumble is. So pellets are packed densely together. The birds can digest the protein. We move on to our finisher feed, where it is exclusively pellets. The birds are more than capable of digesting a full pellet, and it allows them to capture more nutrients. These pellets are, again, very nutrient dense, still contain over 20% protein, and still primarily made up of corn. So, a lot of corn in this diet. They would also mix in whatever the rations are from Wanger's feed mill. We do not have any say, any way to dictate what our chickens get. We report our inventories and they bring out what we need accordingly. If we look at our last flock, I don't have the final numbers for this flock because we've got 1 week to go, but the last flock we used over 900,000 pounds of feed in total. That breakdown equates to about 15% of starter feed, about 30% of the grower, and 55% of the finisher. So even though the finisher is introduced later, it actually is consumed more by the birds because they are at a larger weight and therefore are eating more. Just like my kids that are getting bigger, they're eating more now that they're bigger than what they were as an infant. As we wrap up day 42, which is 6 weeks into our current flock, I thought I'd give you a rundown of where we stand with mortality and water consumption. All 4 houses were under 1/3%. So we're looking at like 0.3 is our percentage. 0.3% mortality is what we experienced this week. Again, well below our target of 0.5%. Our water consumption is over 1,800 gallons per house per day. So each house is over 1,800 gallons, 1,800 gallons of water is consumed by the birds in each house every day. It's a lot of water, but our wells can keep up with it. We have multiple wells keeping up with the birds consuming thousands of gallons every day. 6 weeks in, we've got 1 more to go. I hope you stick around for 1 more week, and thanks for watching.